Hello, everyone, welcome back to Iron Conflict and Frontline. Today, we are diving deep into a huge development that has created waves across global military circles, the reported large-scale missile strike involving Russia and Ukraine, an attack some sources claim caused damages estimated in the billions. While reports continue to evolve and verification is ongoing, what we can do for now is break down the strategic landscape, analyze what such an attack would involve, and understand the exterior, interior, performance factors, safety elements, unique strategic selling points, cost implications, and the broader conclusion of what this could mean. This isn't just about explosions, missile flashes, or political statements. This is about understanding modern warfare technology at its most intense point, and reviewing the machinery, structures, strategic assets, and battlefield concepts involved in such high-stakes confrontations. When we talk about the exterior of a modern military headquarters or command center, especially one belonging to a major power like Russia, we're talking about a structure designed with layers of physical and digital armor. These facilities are never built like ordinary buildings. Their exterior is shaped through a combination of reinforced concrete, subterranean expansions, shock-absorbing architecture, electromagnetic shielding, and camouflage techniques that vary from simple terrain blending to advanced spectral concealment. If a strike is reported to have hit such a headquarters, then understanding the exterior becomes crucial because it helps us imagine the scale of force required to breach or damage it. These headquarters typically have multi-layered defensive shells. The outermost layer is usually a hardened periphery, often surrounded by perimeter walls, anti-vehicle trenches, electronic surveillance towers, and defensive artillery nests. The next layer is a graded resistance shell, built with blast-proof materials capable of absorbing shockwaves. Even higher-level headquarters might have boron-reinforced walls, underground steel lattice exoskeletons, and structures built deep below ground level to withstand missile impacts. So when anyone says a missile caused multi-billion-dollar losses, it tells us the exterior shell was either overwhelmed by saturation attacks, precision strikes penetrating critical nodes, or simultaneous assaults exploiting vulnerabilities. In reviewing such an event, we need to keep in mind that these exteriors are not just walls. They are engineered fortresses, shaped by decades of military architecture evolution. Moving to the interior, a headquarters of this scale is usually compact, layered, and organized for maximum efficiency rather than comfort. Inside, you will find command rooms, digital operations centers, high-security communication chambers, and protected living quarters. Interiors are built with modular steel partitions, fire suppression systems, and shock-resistant supports that keep equipment operational even if the exterior comes under heavy attack. The performance aspect is where everything gets extremely technical. When we talk about performance in the context of missile systems, defensive interceptors, radar arrays, and the overall command structure, we are examining how efficiently these systems detect threats, respond to incoming projectiles, launch countermeasures, and maintain situational awareness. A strike of this magnitude forces us to examine how such a headquarters performs under pressure. Ideally, a facility like this would rely on early warning radars, digital tracking systems, multi-frequency sensors, and communication satellites to identify threats before they arrive. The performance rating of a headquarters depends heavily on the synchronization between hardware and human operators. Radar performance includes detection range, tracking accuracy, reaction time, resistance to jamming, and its ability to differentiate decoys from real missiles. If missiles were able to hit or damage the facility, it raises questions about the performance of these defensive layers. Did the radars perform at peak efficiency? Were the interceptors overwhelmed? Was there electronic jamming involved? Performance also includes the way damage control teams respond. These facilities are designed to keep functioning even during attacks. Backup power generators, hardened data storage, and redundant communication lines ensure continuity. Performance is measured by how well these internal systems react to shockwaves, power disruptions, cyber attacks, and structural vibrations. The main objective of a headquarters is to keep command channels open. If performance drops, even for minutes, the consequences become exponentially more severe on the battlefield. Safety features in such headquarters are not like safety features in civilian structures. Here, safety revolves around survival, structural integrity, rapid evacuation, fire suppression, and internal shielding. One major safety feature is the blast-resistant architecture designed to protect critical staff. These buildings are fitted with shock absorber plates, subterranean escape tunnels, emergency bunkers, oxygen filtration systems, and radiation shielded zones in case of chemical or nuclear escalation. Fire suppression systems inside operate automatically through inert gas flooding, ensuring that electrical equipment doesn't get damaged by water. Ventilation systems are designed to prevent fire spread and smoke inhalation. Safety also involves data protection. Servers are stored inside insulated vaults so sensitive intel isn't destroyed by impact or heat. And of course, one of the most crucial safety mechanics is the fail-safe communication line that immediately reroutes signals even if physical damage occurs. So, when we hear reports of missiles causing billions in damages, it implies that safety systems were stress-tested to their absolute limit. Reviewing these safety features helps us understand why militaries invest heavily in headquarters protection. It is the nerve center of their entire operation. Now we come to the unique selling point, essentially what makes such headquarters and the missile systems involved different from older or alternative models. For a Hive, AL-U command center, the unique selling point is its resilience. These facilities are created with the goal of surviving the first wave of an attack, maintaining operational control, and enabling counter-offensive coordination. This resilience comes from architectural layering, electromagnetic shielding against cyber-electronic warfare, and multi-channel networks that prevent communication collapse. Another unique element is modularity. Modern headquarters can be reconfigured quickly with movable server racks, mobile command consoles, and adaptable rooms that change purpose depending on operational needs. For the attacking side, the unique selling point of their missile strike lies in precision and penetration. Modern missiles boast advanced guidance systems that can navigate through radar-dense regions, altering their trajectory mid-flight. They may use satellite, guided correction, inertial navigation, and terminal stage maneuvering to outsmart interceptor systems. In high-end missile technology, stealth shaping, radar, absorbent materials, and decoy deployment are key factors. Both sides rely on what makes their systems uniquely effective. For attackers, it's the accuracy, the ability to bypass defenses, the speed at which the strike hits, and the payload efficiency. For defenders, it's about maintaining the command structure under strain. These unique features form the backbone of modern military confrontation, and reviewing them helps us understand the immense strategic competition between nations. The price factor is perhaps the most staggering part of this entire scenario. Reports suggesting damages of around $8 billion don't necessarily refer to a single building being destroyed. Instead, the cost includes infrastructure loss, high-value equipment, classified hardware, destroyed communication arrays, advanced radar modules, satellite terminals, and strategic assets that cost billions to develop over years. Military headquarters often contain equipment whose value isn't just financial but operational. If servers storing classified, encrypted data are damaged, if radar systems worth hundreds of millions are compromised, or if satellite uplink stations are destroyed, the financial loss multiplies rapidly. The price also includes the cost of reconstruction, redeployment, resecuring communication lines, replacing encrypted hardware, and patching cyber vulnerabilities that may arise afterward. And beyond physical damage, price also includes operational delays, lost tactical advantage, and the financial burden of replacing critical systems. Even the missile strike itself has a price. Modern missiles can cost anywhere from hundreds of thousands to several $1,000,000 each, depending on their range and complexity. So when both sides engage in such exchanges, the cost escalates dramatically. A single night of conflict can cost more than an entire year's infrastructure budget for smaller nations. This financial aspect is what makes modern warfare not just dangerous, but economically draining. In conclusion, when we analyze an event of this magnitude, we're not just looking at explosions or headlines, we're reviewing an entire chain of military architecture, missile performance, defensive strategy, economic cost, and political impact. A headquarters, especially one belonging to a military power like Russia, is more than a building. It is a multi-layered fortress designed for resilience. Examining the exterior helps us understand the physical barriers a missile must overcome. Looking at the interior gives us insight into how command systems function from within. Studying performance reveals how detection, interception, and response systems hold up under extreme pressure. Reviewing safety features shows us the measures designed to protect personnel and data even in catastrophic scenarios. Evaluating unique selling points highlights the strengths of both offensive missile systems and defensive headquarters architecture. Considering the price shows us just how financially devastating modern warfare has become. Whether or not all early reports are fully accurate, the takeaway is clear. Modern conflict is defined by precision, technology, resilience, and economic impact. And understanding these systems helps us appreciate not just what happened, but how and why it matters for the broader global landscape. As the situation develops, it becomes more important to stay informed, analyze carefully, and view each detail through the lens of strategy rather than emotion. And that is why discussions like this matter, because they turn breaking news into meaningful understanding.